Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Hatiana and I'm glad to be back on my mental health check-in today. I'm doing pretty cool. I just actually wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about something a little bit more serious. Um I know I said on a previous video that I would get into the porn discussion, right? So currently, what's today? Today is August the 13th. I have not watched porn for all of 2024. And I'm really proud of myself and for good reason. So let's start from the beginning. I have had somewhat of a porn addiction since I was like in the single digits. I think it's like one of those scenarios where you get your first high at a young age and you kind of just keep going back for more and more and more. Um, Also contributing to that porn addiction, I was also um, essayed by another child who was actually of the same gender when I was about 5 or 6 years old. And if anything has ever happened like that to any of you all, then the best way to put it is knowing that something is bad, but it feels good anyway, and chasing that feeling. So the essay coupled with the discovery of porn is what like maximized everything times 10 for me. And mind you, uh if I was like 5 when I got essayed, I promise you I was probably like 6, maybe 5, 6, yeah, when I first seen something that was pornographic. And at first it started out with books, of course, because there wasn't much access to the digital things that we have now, like cell phones and different kind of things. So I started out with like VHSs, and then like over the years, especially like in my teen years, it slowly graduated to DVDs, and you know and then when we got a home computer, it was like a wrap. It was like a wrap. So because of my essay when I was a child, it kind of like warped the way that I look at sex. And um I've mentioned like my other addictions and stuff before, like alcohol and stuff. But it really messed up the way that I perceive things. And it made me question my sexuality a lot too. So that contributed to the kind of porn I would watch. And now that I'm older, obviously, I don't care to disclose. Like, I've seen all kinds of porn. You name it, I've seen it. Now obviously there's just some shit that I'm just not going to watch, like, cause absolutely the fuck not. But like, you name it, I've seen it. I've seen girl on girl, guy on guy, trans, gangbang, solo, shit. I don't know. What is it? Hentai, whatever. I've seen all of the things. I really have. I've seen all of the things. And I think over the years, because obviously, like, starting out seeing certain kind of things, you see like magazines. I know like my brother had like old Playboy magazines and stuff like that. Like, I would see that kind of stuff. I don't even know where he got that from. Probably like my step pops. But I would see like old magazines, and then the VHS tapes in the crib or whatever, where it was just like mostly like just like girl on guy and stuff like that. It was like really seldom that I ever seen like same sex type stuff. And then, like I said, once we got a home computer, the internet just opened up a variety of all kinds of things. Like anything that you could dream of was on the internet. And I would be watching shit for like hours. Like hours. And it took up a lot of my time, and it literally was like a drug. Like I couldn't wait for people to leave the crib, or I couldn't wait to do this and I couldn't wait to do that. And yeah, it you could never feed lust. There is an unquenched thirst that you are going to have when you are lusting after something, because you're just going to keep going to the next extreme and the next extreme. Like I said, like Girl on Guy was so vanilla to me, like I had to see what else was out there. I'm like, okay, this shit is you know what I'm saying? This shit is just like whatever. Now it's time for me to go look for this and go look for that. And obviously some stuff will like get me off more than others. And I'm not gonna lie, like that sexual assault that happened to me in my past, it made me like hate, okay, it made me have like an internalized hate for girls. Like I'm not saying I hate girls, but it made me have like an internalized like hate for girls, because what I can understand now as a grown woman is there was somebody who seen me as weak and thought like, oh yeah, you fool. And for somebody who just never ever felt protected as a young kid, and to now like realize like why I could have been watching certain girls like get conquered, or stepped on, or fuck stupid, and all of that crazy shit, like it's because I had an internalized like hate for like wanting to see them be conquered. Same for men, because I've been sexually assaulted by guys too. So um yeah, help me get my shit off. Like I said, it made me, and it's so weird because I definitely don't feel like I'm gay, but at the same time it's like um I don't know, I just like attractive people, if that makes sense. So like I said, if they were like attractive, and I'm not even talking about like face, like I'm talking about like if I think your body is attractive and you doing something sexual I like I'm turned on by that. Because I will watch like girl on girl shit, and I promise you, like if I walk outside, or if when I was watching porn, like if I walk outside and I see a girl, like I'm not like, ooh, I gotta have that. Like I'm not looking at that bitch like respectfully. Like I'm like, I can see a girl and obviously like notice like she's beautiful or whatever, but I like men. Like I want to be held on, fucked by all of the things by men. You know what I'm saying? It was just I was only, I don't know, a certain kind of way within my imagination. Cause like I said, I like to watch guy on guy too. But I would never want to experience that in real life, if that makes sense. Like my fantasies were definitely separated from my reality. And I really can't even tell, to be honest with you. I can't tell if that's something that I was really attracted to, and or if I just liked it solely because these things had happened to me in my past and I just liked to watch both genders be conquered, because I had an internalized hate for every fucking body. I know this shit is. It ain't even been 10 minutes yet, y'all. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. So, you know, it definitely warped the way that I went into sexual relationships with guys. And there was a point in my life where I didn't mind casual sex. But I remember fucking on dudes who I really didn't like. But I'm gonna put it like this: like these guys thought they was wavy. Like they was the girls. They was the guys that the girls really wanted to fuck on, and they would entertain me. And I would purposely get with these dudes. I'll fuck you like once and never talk to you again, like a power play. And you know what's crazy? As much as people be talking about, oh, guys only want to kill one. No, there's no, 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 no. No, beloved. Y'all be thinking like these guys is just like emotionless when they be having sex with girls. And I'm not saying that they can't. You know what I'm saying? But I guess because I was so cool and like relatable or whatever the case may be, and these guys really took a liking to me, like, I don't know, I would purposely do that to them so that they would continue to chase after me. And I knew I wasn't going to do anything with them again. So I kind of like became like addicted to power. And I became addicted to exerting power while having sex too. So I don't know. I don't want to say all of that because I feel like I'm gonna be I'm be giving my secrets away. But like they would be surprised, like, oh shit, like, oh, that's you. You teed up. Oh, okay. Like, because some people just, I don't know, especially like back in the day, because I used to be real tomboyish. Like, I think a lot of people perceive me to be like the shy, coy type. But I promise you, once I get comfortable with you, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. So a lot of the times I was, having sex with guys and stuff like that. Like, I just, and I'm not gonna say I didn't like them. Well, some of them I didn't like, but I would just was doing shit like as a power play just to get like a reaction. Like, I really didn't give a fuck about people and their feelings for real. I was just there to do what the fuck I wanted to do. And even like looking in a person's eyes, like I never like intentionally looked in somebody's eyes like during sex or would want to, because I just didn't believe in that kind of intimacy. And if I ever did, it was only simply for a power play. So it got really sick and twisted and sadistic. And even with guys that I liked, like I remember saying to this one particular person, um, to take his time with me because, and this just goes to show that like I never should have been having sex at all. Mind you, this happened when in my older, I was older in my 20s saying this. But I told him like, yo, you're gonna have to take your time with me because I'm just not used to, I really wanted to form like a real emotional, intimate connection with him. And I just wasn't used to it. So it kind of felt extremely awkward. But what I should have just known at that time was we could have been doing other intimate things, not even sexual, but we could have been expressing our intimacy another way, doing the looking in the eyes exercises and different kind of things like that before we even jumped into being sexual. And that just goes to show, like, if your body is telling you not to do something, then don't do it. And this is hindsight being 2020, so please don't judge me. But anyway, yeah, I was a fucking menace. I really was. Like, I was a fucking menace, and I was really on my, I was really on my Lilith. I was really on my siren type shit. Like, what do they call it? A succubus? Like, I really was aiming to snatch fucking souls and to discard them because I felt like it was a game. Well, not everybody, but just like some, most. So, you know, this year, well, no, end of last year, fast forward, um, I actually told myself that I didn't want to watch porn anymore, and I didn't want to use it as a crutch because I was tired of my mind being perverse, and I wanted to reverse this reprobate mind that I had developed because it was making me sick, and I think it was holding me back from having real, authentic, and genuine intimacy and relationships with the opposite sex. And um I wanted the person that I am or wanting to be now to reflect to be what reflects when I actually decide to get with somebody new. Like, I will hope moving forward that this person wouldn't have the same kind of addictions as me, because it just takes away from the intimacy from us really having a real connection when we having sex. And I'm not one of those people who just want to like, oh, give me a couple of back shots, get the fuck off of me type shit. Like, I mean, we could do that. It could happen. But like, I don't just be fucking just to fuck. So if I'm a fuck, I want it to be intense, you know? Because if not that, then what the fuck is the point? I'm not just gonna be wasting my box for nothing. But anyway, um, the reason why I particularly stopped and I require that kind of discipline when it comes to somebody else moving forward now is because, again, when we have our intimacy with each other, like I want it to be so organic and just like, you know, I want that blood to be flowing to the tip of that motherfucker down to the bottom of his goddamn balls because of me. Not because he just seen some girl on IG earlier or watching shit on Twitter or been binge watching porn all day and he just can't wait to release off into me because I'm just another body. That's where I'm coming from with it. And I don't want to look at him as somebody who I just want to exert my power onto because I'm telling you, like, I really had like certain kind of like I can't be saying too much because I can't be saying too much because I feel like I'm telling my secrets, but like, um, I'm gonna just say I don't mind being in control when it comes to intimacy. Like I don't. I actually prefer a balance, but like I'm definitely going to at one point, like at some point, want to dominate you in however which way I do. We're not even gonna get into particulars, but yeah. Um, and again, all that's still well and fine. Like that could still happen and shit like that. But I want it to come from a place of like not me like watching a scene or watching some wow shit that I'd have seen earlier and then doing it to somebody else. Like, you know, it's cool to pick up tips and tricks. Or rather, it was cool to pick up tips and tricks, but I feel like I've been watching it for so long, like it's nothing that I just can't, it's nothing new under the sun to me, pretty much. Like I can't, I don't think if I ever, even if I did decide to go back to watching it, I don't think there's anything where I could be like, wow, I never seen that before. Like I doubt it. I really I really highly doubt it. Like it's really nothing new under the sun. But um I just wanted um to have a genuine appreciation for the man that I decide to end up with. And I don't want to just look at him as another conquest. Even if I do like him, there would still be something in the back of my head. Like I can't wait to, I don't know. Oh my God. It's so crazy because I don't know. Okay, the best way to just explain it is just like I don't want to just look at him primarily. I'm gonna say that. I don't want to look at him primarily as if he's just like a piece of ass. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to do that no more. Because I feel like even if I liked a nigga, like that's primarily where where my mind was at. And it was just like, I want you to do this to me and I want to do this to you. Like I mean, I didn't say that out loud, but that definitely was the energy. And again, like I think when you pollute your mind with all of those images and different kind of things like that, it can take away from the real intimacy that you can have with somebody. Like, you know, like massages and, you know, looking into each other's eyes. I know they have like different kind of classes and stuff like that where there are couples who go and like really practice intimacy where it ain't no humping on nobody. It's just like them like sitting with their legs folded, like intertwined or cross, you know, crossed into each other, like Indian style and stuff like that, where the girl is probably like on top of the guy or something. And, you know, it's just them feeling each other, like listening to each other's breath and stuff like I think that is so dope. And I've never experienced that before. So, well, kind of, but not really. But yeah, like wanted, I said to myself, like, I have to do something different um in order to experience a different result. if I'm going to be moving forward, like I could still use all of my stuff, but it's just going to be coming from a different kind of place, and I'm going to pace myself, and I'm not going to rush into anything too fast too soon. And I really want to know that the person that I engage with next really prioritizes not only, all of the freak hoe shit, but like intimacy too. And I want that to be what the initial vibe is before we get into all of that gangster shit. So, um, people don't even understand, like, even with men, like them looking at porn and them beating their dicks to all of these gorgeous women. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with looking at gorgeous women, but beating their dicks to all of these gorgeous women and different kind of things like that is giving them a false sense of accomplishment. You don't know these women in real life. You're literally, when I think about it, like I said, you're literally beating your dick, playing with your pussy. You literally doing that shit to AI. These are not real life scenarios, right? So you could feel like you have this full sense of accomplishment, and then you're forming emotional bonds and connections to different people through the screen. And I know, because I would have an account on Pornhub and all of these other kind of different things with saved folders of my favorite shit to watch. That's me forming an emotional connection with somebody through a screen, because if it was just about, me getting my rocks off, then I would be able to watch anything to get my rocks off. I wouldn't be going to so and so channel or so and so clips to do my big one. And the same for the guys. They wouldn't be doing that kind of stuff, and they wouldn't be thinking that they wouldn't be forming these emotional relationships with these women who they don't know. I don't know, y'all, but it's so much deeper than rap. And I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Like a couple of months ago, I had it was like this one moment, and I probably was like stressed about something, and I was just like I literally was like looking at Facebook. I was trying to convince myself that I should just go ahead and do it. Like, fuck it. I think I was like, maybe it was probably like June. I was like 6 months, and I was just like, fuck it. Like, one time won't hurt. And then I went on like YouTube. I dead ass when I came on YouTube and was like trying to look at videos of like, I was typing in like, is porn really bad? Da, da, da. Like, I was really just trying to, the whole confirmation bias kind of thing. I was trying to talk myself into doing something that I had just like worked so hard to like step away from. And I had to say to myself, like, you came this fucking far. Like, you need to quit. And I'm glad that I did not fold. Like, I'm so happy. Like, and I've had like these realizations about myself where I done cried about it. Like, because I'm 33 years old, and there's never really been a season of me not watching anything. Me not watching anything. Me not having sex. Like, none of that. Now, don't get it twisted. I still masturbate, but I still transmute that differently. So, obviously you can use your imagination to like picture different kind of things. But now these days I use myself as my muse. Like, and I would actually recommend that you all do the same thing. I don't know. I just came to a point, and I actually was talking about this a couple of years ago too. It was like 2 maybe years ago when I started doing it, but I especially do it now just to, not go back or, regress into watching that stuff no more. Masturbate to yourself. I know some of y'all like, this girl is fucking vain. She's out of her goddamn mind. She really just thinks she the shit. I do. I really do. But no, like, I'm dead the fuck serious, y'all. Like, I'm talking about picture yourself. Like me, I picture myself like in a mirror. My hair is out, it's big, it's in a fro. My body just looks fucking amazing. Like, I picture myself like my ideal self. Like, what does that look like? What do I have on? What does my skin look like? Am I, being seductive in a mirror? What am I wearing? Like, I'm just all into it. And I might even throw in some affirmations and say how I'm gonna get this and how we deserve that. I'm talking, I be all in, and I promise you, like, those are some of the best orgasms that I've ever fucking had in life. I'm talking about, like, not just from the vagina, like full body orgasms. Because I really, truly love and admire myself, and I love my form. You know, obviously I'm imperfect and different kind of things like that, but I'm really turned on by me. And a lot of people might giggle at that shit, but why the fuck wouldn't you be turned on by you? Do that make me gay? Anyway, if it do, fuck it. Fuck it. Anyway, yeah, I just transmuted that energy into just like something different. And I just decided, like, if I'm gonna be doing this shit, like, I don't fuck thinking about a scene or something like that. Like, let me think about myself, or let me think about how somebody could be pleasing me. Like, let me transmute that energy into something positive. Like, let me, say them affirmations out loud until I climax. Like, I'm talking big dog shit. And again, if you a guy or if you a girl listening to this, I recommend it. But you just got to get to a space where you're really in tune and you love yourself. Like, you really, you know, you really admire your form. You really appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of me. And I'm like damn near making love to my future self, you know? So, um 8 months later, I am very proud of the fact that I don't rely on that stuff anymore, because I definitely feel like it was making me sick, and it made me look at people in the world different. And because I haven't been watching it for so long, like, I just again feel like a new sense of freedom. And my thoughts aren't as perverse as they were before, if at all. Like, they're really not. I've also, like, started to, you know, put my energy into other spaces, into other things when I do feel a type of way. You know? Like, okay, you feeling like you need to go and rub one out. What is that about? Are you feeling lonely? Are you feeling anxious? Are you upset right now? Like, what is that about? Sometimes you just need to have a conversation with yourself about what you are truly feeling in the moment, to get down to why you're doing it in the first place. Sometimes people just be bored, like, but still you could do something productive with that boredom. And I promise you, because of the kind of content I watch, I'm watching psychology and, spirituality, and I be I be looking at all kinds of, like, great and amazing shit during the day that don't have nothing to do with no goddamn sex. So that's also the other thing that keeps me distracted as well. And if you really truly are on the path of wanting to, get to a point where you just completely cut porn out of your life like me, like, you're gonna have to start to audit your social medias. I'm telling you, sometimes you might need to hop off of a website. Sometimes you need to, people be talking about how they know how to use their phone inside and out, and how they see all of this trash on their timeline. You know why? I just be like, shut the fuck up. Because at the end of the day, you know how to use your phone front and back. But you mean to tell me you can't go on your Instagram and you ain't never tapped them three buttons to say, I'm not interested, if you really didn't want to look at something? Like, I'm on a whole different side of the internet now. I've been on a whole different side of the internet now for years. Like, I see, things that make me cry at like 3 o'clock in the goddamn morning, or that have me up laughing too goddamn loud to, or just feel good things. Like, I don't see all of that trash on my timeline that everybody else be talking about. People arguing back and forth and all this stuff. I don't see that shit on my timeline, because I audit my shit. I control what I see on my phone. And if you truly believe that, you know what? I want to get out of, you know, seeing this wild ass shit on my timeline, in order for me to just have a better outlook on, men, women, people, whatever, whoever you may be, or and whatever you may be into. Let me do an audit and get rid of the things that I know are going to keep me distracted or keep me in a state of looking at people a particular kind of way that could be perverse. I don't want to look at people like that. I want to look at people like human beings now. And I'm glad that I stopped because I'm able to do that. Like, I'm truly able to do that. And it makes me have a greater appreciation for people. I really believe, like, through this cleanse, I really rewired my brain, and I transmuted this energy, just not only just like into me, because I'm a forever be a freako, but I transmuted this energy into me. And I decided that, moving forward, should I entertain an intimate relationship with somebody else, it's going to be so beautiful and so organic that it's just going to be like anything I never felt before. And like I said, I'm all about doing something I never did so I can get a better result or feel something for the first time. I'm grown. I want to move into a season where I just have a bunch of first times for the first time. And intimacy is just one of those things. And I just felt like, yo, it's time. I'm really planning on never watching porn for the rest of my life. It promotes violence and incest and trafficking and all of this other kind. Like, when I really got into it, like, I was just like, I shouldn't be watching this shit anyway. And I'm not gonna hold you. Sometimes I be tempted. I would be a fucking fool to tell you that sometimes I don't be wanting to go back to them scenes because you already know what an orgasm feel like. So that feeling is addicting. That dopamine is addicting. But I just had to find that dopamine elsewhere. I had to get it elsewhere. I had to feel it, even if I was gonna be masturbating. I gotta feel it from a different kind of point of view. So I'm super proud of myself, yo. Like, 8 months going on 9 months is a very long time for me because I don't ever remember having a season where I didn't watch porn, where, you know, but yeah, I know, I know a lot of y'all was like, yikes, this is a lot. I told y'all I don't be giving no fuck. Y'all gonna hear all of the things. But yeah, I think I gave y'all a good, like, description of where I'm coming from and, just my journey on just having a new sense of sobriety in a sense. I don't drink as much as I used to no more because I don't feel like I got to. I don't watch porn no more at all because I don't feel like I have to. I don't do a lot of things that I thought, like, were feed, not even only just feeding my dopamine, but just feeding my ego. Like, I don't do that shit no more because I just transmuted that energy into something more positive or, you know, into me. But yeah, I'm interested in, like, if any of y'all are currently going through like a porn addiction. And I don't need you to get down in the comment section and disclose nothing that you don't feel like disclosing, because I understand how some people are definitely private. But if you've ever dealt with a porn addiction before, and if you're currently on a journey of just trying to get over it, if not, like, how long have you feel like you can go without it? Me currently, this is the longest time. This is the longest time. And this addiction is just as heavy as alcoholism to me. And I know some people gonna be like, but you're a girl. Yeah, you just know, I just explained all of that shit to you. I hope you understand. I hope you understand why that and other things have been just as detrimental and just as heavy as an addiction. Like, it's no joke. It's no joke. Um porn may not porn may not be able to kill you physically, but it definitely can ruin relationships, and it definitely can kill you mentally. But yeah, I'm interested in, hearing y'all stories if y'all have any, or any questions you may have for me. Ask them. I'm an open book. I'm not shy. Keep it respectful, please. um and yeah, I'm gonna leave this one right here because we over the 30-minute mark. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do all of the big ones, and I will talk to y'all later.